Three words. What would define your campaign?
Standing up to the billionaire class.
Tommy Nation Politics.
50% of our people who are living paycheck to paycheck. And as we speak tonight, half of our people in this country, the richest country in the history of the world, are living paycheck to paycheck.
Like people having health care and not killing the planet. And the more those demographic groups move away from the party, the easier it is to keep the establishment firmly in place.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today?
We're moving forward at a pace that was unimaginable just a short time ago, and we are never, ever going back.
More than 5 minutes in, let's see what else Joe's got to say this evening. Seems to be on a good roll. Lots of promises being made, lots of reminiscing on the old times and how America used to be and how he wants to make America great again, just like who else? He hasn't said those words per se, but he has definitely implied them. But sounds a lot like promises of the past. And let's see what else he promises and see if he says anything outstanding.
Character is on the ballot. Compassion is on the ballot. Decency, science, democracy, they're all on the ballot. Who we are as a nation, what we stand for, and most importantly, who we want to be, that's all on the ballot. And the choice could not be more clear. No rhetoric is needed. Just judge this president on the facts. 5 million Americans infected by COVID-19. More than 170,000 Americans have died. By far the worst performance of any nation on earth.
Now, I see how his presidency and his election mongering, I guess you could put it, has made things a little worse, but you can't blame COVID-19 on the man. I don't necessarily like him either, but you can't blame pandemic on him. He's not taking all the right steps, but he's done more than most of you. So there's that.
More than 50 million people have filed for unemployment this year. More than 10 million people are going to lose their health insurance this year. Nearly 1 in 6 small businesses have closed this year. And this president, if he's reelected, you know what will happen. Cases and deaths will remain far too high. More mom and pop businesses will close their doors, and this time for good.
Mm-hmm.
Working families will struggle to get by. And yet the wealthiest 1% will get tens of billions of dollars in new tax breaks.
So no, that's frustrating. That is something that you can change.
Taking insurance away from more than 20 million people, including more than 15 million people on Medicaid. Getting rid of the protections that President Obama worked so hard to get passed for people who have 100 million more people who have pre-existing conditions. And speaking of President Obama, a man I was honored to serve alongside for 8 years as vice president, let me take this moment to say something we don't say nearly enough. Thank you, Mr. President. You were a great president. A president our children could and did look up to.
All right. You're stretching a bit, Joe.
About the current occupant of the White House.
Stretching a
What
bit.
we know about this president is if he's given 4 more years, he'll be what he's been for the last 4 years. President takes no responsibility, refuses to lead, blames others, cozies up to dictators, and fans the flames of hate and division.
Mm-hmm.
He'll wake up every day believing the job is all about him. One that's generous and strong, selfless and humble. It's an America we can rebuild together. As president, the first step I will take will be to get control of the virus that has ruined so many lives. Because I understand something this president hasn't from the beginning. We will never get our economy back on track. We will never get our kids safely back in schools. We'll never have our lives back until we deal with this virus. The
Okay, well, it's not just the president that needs to deal with the virus. We need to get everyone involved. But that's just my opinion, considering that the president isn't a doctor. He's not a scientist. He's not really all that knowledgeable. Neither of you are all that knowledgeable on this pandemic. You're taking what's being told to you and putting rules and regulations based off what you feel off for your first instincts. And that's not what we need. We need people, we need trained professionals working on this. We need funding for medical personnel so that we can beat this virus medically, not financially. We don't need to beat the virus financially. We need to beat it medically, so that way it's gone and not used against us anymore.
Okay, so some of us didn't go to Harvard or Yale or Notre Dame. Some of us didn't go to Ivy League schools on the East Coast. Some of us didn't get to sleep with the president of the United States before he was president and go to Chicago, run as a senator against an insane African-American man named Alan Keyes. And because by default, and also because Chicago is a fucking, and Illinois is a Democrat state, win the senatorship, become a community organizer, deceive his entire fucking constituency, didn't do a goddamn thing for them, ran for president 2 years after he became senator, didn't do a goddamn thing for his fucking constituency. Then when he left the presidency, he gave speeches to Goldman Sachs, to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. He got $400,000 a speech. Then he went back to Chicago, his constituency, and then he created a library and gentrified the fucking entire area. So none of his constituency could live there anymore. That's a story, isn't it?
To do. And who we choose as our president in this election will determine whether or not we honor that struggle and chip away at that injustice.
With this wisdom, give people light, and they will find the way. Give people light. Those are words for our time. The current president has cloaked American darkness for much too long. Too much anger, too much fear, too much division. Here and now, I give you my word. If you entrust me with the presidency, I will draw on the best of us, not the worst. I'll be an ally of the light, not the darkness. It's time for us, for we the people, to come together. And make no mistake, united we can and will overcome this season of darkness in America. We'll choose hope over fear, facts over fiction, fairness over privilege. I'm a proud Democrat, and I'll be proud to carry the banner of our party into the general election.
Anything but one more reality show that he can use to get the attention he craves. Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't. And the consequences of that failure are severe. 170,000 Americans dead. Millions of jobs gone. While those at the top take in more than ever. Our worst impulses unleashed. Our proud reputation around the world badly diminished. And our democratic institutions threatened like never before.
Bias pointed out when I authored the bill that became the Sentencing Commission, he said it's going to cause more people to go to jail, and he was right. It is. We can argue whether Sentencing Commission, but it had an effect. It had an effect at least while you're in jail. The only thing we know is you're in jail behind bars, you're not committing crime in the street.
We put $6 billion in this bill for states to be able to either build prisons or have access to federal prisons. That's the way we should do it. That I'm afraid the states won't participate. That the states won't build more prisons.
Oh, Joe. Can I call you Joe? Remember that? Sarah Palin. We thought she was nutso. Joe. Joseph Biden, how dare you invoke Franklin Delano Roosevelt in your goddamn acceptance speech when you know goddamn well all of the policies that Franklin Delano Roosevelt wanted to come into fruition.
And clean, nice-looking guy. I mean, that's a...
You're a fraud. You're a fake. You're a phony. Not only that, but you're a racist. Possibly a rapist. And kind of boring. Your convention completely just summed you up. A virtual reality television con. And although maybe 30 to 40% of Americans will fall for your con, and the probably same percentage of Americans will fall for the other one's con. The only thing I can say about that is some of us know. Some of us are watching you. And you're not going to get away with this forever. No con man has ever gotten away with his cons forever. Someday, somehow, your malarkey will catch up with you. I don't give a shit how many little opposites you do in your speech. Oh, we'll put you in the light, not the dark. We'll give you strength, not weakness. We'll give you truth, not lies. We'll give you alcohol, not marijuana. We'll give you credit debt, not freedom. We'll give you neoliberalism, not progressivism. Joe, who is this working on? I guess the targeted audience. The sycophant, neoliberal frauds that follow your goddamn stupid shit sandwich ass. I will follow him wherever he may go. There is no malarkey too good. A mountain so high he's Obama's vice president. I will follow him. Ever since he was a Democrat, I lost all my common sense. And all of my logic is shit. Joe Biden's great. No, he is not great. Yes, he is a fraud. He's stupid, and all he says malarkey. He's stupid, and all he says malarkey. He's a stooge. Anyway, Joe. Oh, Joe. I can see Russia from my house, Joel. I hope you lose. Tommy Nation Politics.
Hey guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. How's everyone doing today?